Hello and welcome back to Running Train. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video for a continuation on from my first impressions, in which I was looking at this brand new simulator that is currently in early access. Top right hand corner it tells you version 0.9.3. One thing that I've noticed between videos is that there is nowhere on this particular start screen, splash screen, menu screen, whatever you want to call it, does it have Running Train written, apart from in the top corner where it gives you the version? Which is odd, but yes, it works extremely well. Anyway, I'm being distracted. In the last video, I took my first look at it, coupled with some pretty poor Japanese, so to all the Japanese people who might be watching this, gomenasai. But I did attempt to do a few things, including the name of this particular title in Japanese, which is Hashiru Resha. Resha meaning trains more than just electric trains, which is what I'm going to be looking for, a diesel locomotive, either in this video or the next. And I was thoroughly impressed with what this title was giving me just in the first instance, the first time that I took it out on track. Now, that being said, I have been thinking about improvements that this title could have, and I think I've come up with a few that it needs to bring to the table, which I will start talking about as soon as we get going. So today's driving mission, I was thinking let us check out the Fukugawa line, because I think the Fukugawa line is just this tiny little branch, and it looks like there is a lot of stopping going on, so I could do that I could possibly do that in the snow or at night. These are very short. See, each one of these is only about 12 minutes. So let me do this one from Ise to Takahashi. So that is going in this direction here with 7 stops, 6 kilometers, not long at all, 12 minutes. Press start. This is going to be the train that we are going to... I could use that train. No, let me use this train, and we'll have it in spring. And yeah, we'll do that, but it will be at night. And what colours can we use with this? Oh, that is a nice colour for the train. Although that is also a nice colour for the train. Let's use this colour. Everything else I'm going to leave the same. Graphic settings are the same. Computer seems to handle it quite well. So that is going to be that. Once I run this, I will probably set up another one in the snow and see how that goes. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Undoubtedly, the snow is going to be a difficult one. Apparently, the snow and the rain does have an impact on the way the train handles, wheel slip and braking performance and all of that, which is going to be very, very interesting. So, going to try this out. Make sure you stay tuned. Is this an electric train? Can I see a pantograph on this one? Not sure I can. Anyway, make sure you stay tuned. Let's get started. Okay, here we go. Reverse forwards, release the brake and the chime. We are departing fairly soon. I'm going to lower the brake as far as I can. Is this an electric? Oh yes, there is a pantograph on it. Oh, lights. Maybe I should immediately take a picture. Oh no, we're ready to go. Never mind. Let's get ourselves underway. No horns. I was about to press the horn. It is night. This train definitely looks different. Ooh. It's like a little commuter service. This is more like a tube train. This is definitely more like a tube train. Very interesting. Now the question is will I be able to do a better job with this train compared to what I did in the last one, which was a B. I guess I'm going to ease off right here, start braking. See what the braking performance is like with this. Oh, this has pretty good braking performance. Okay, so the trains handle differently too. That is nice to know. I think I could brake a lot later with this particular train. Look at this, the speed I'm entering the station at. I could definitely brake a lot later. Come on. So if I am at 20 when I am about 60 meters away, I will be able to slow this train down. Okay, that gives me plenty of information. And guess what? I am already late. That is probably not all too shocking, to be fair. However, I've managed to stop within 33 centimeters, which is a good thing. I'm going to try, I think I need to accelerate a little bit harder. So that is going to be the plan. A little bit more acceleration. Watching the G meter as well. Although the next stop is only 600 meters away. So I can see this going wrong. I can definitely see this going wrong. It takes a while for the brakes to actually come into their own. Does this stop in the tunnel? No, surely not. No, it's just out of the tunnel. Oh, well, I mean, I've sort of managed this. Not brilliantly. I'm getting there. This is a nice stop. I think that is okay. Can I take a picture here? I pause this. Where would the picture be? Probably somewhere like this, right? Take the picture somewhere here. You're on the side on the cycle path. Why you're on the cycle path, I do not know. But you're on the cycle path, and go ahead and take a picture. Something along the lines of this, which I have actually taken a picture of a train once from this sort of angle. So it is not. I have sort of down here. I remember doing this a long time ago. Just one picture of a train that just happened to be passing where I was. Not much to show there. Well, we'll be pottering off in a few seconds. Wait for the doors. Okay, ready to depart. Off we go. This is definitely like driving a tube train. This is like the London Underground. Fast acceleration, fast deceleration. Everything that you can do as best as you can. Just looking at that, I should probably be accelerating still. Now I should be braking down to the 30. Please tell me that does slow down correctly. It does. Good. I was slightly concerned I might have overcooked that. I just coast in. 15 seconds to get to our destination. I'm not going to get there in 15 seconds, but still. 5 seconds to get to our destination. Still not bad. Should be there now. But we are in, so I just need to make it so that I stop properly. $20 meters. This part is a little bit interesting as well. Just trying to get the train to stop correctly. 78 centimeters, that's not too bad. Not too bad. 30 seconds off. I think I'm doing a decent-ish job. I say that. I have 3 or 4 stations to go. I could very well mess this up, and very quickly. There's the departure. I have departed. Doors are closed. Doors have closed 5 seconds later. And I have departed 14 seconds later. Right, into a 20, so not much in the way of acceleration here. That is fine. Make sure I do that correctly. See, there, as I moved through that, I would have expected a little bit more shake. Now, I am going to check something. I did see an option for vehicle sway intensity. Can I up that? Let's bring that up to 200% and just see what that does. This might be too much sway. So clearly the developer has thought about this. Let's go. See how much I can accelerate through all of this and then brake properly. Guess on the brakes. On the brakes, oh dear. Oh no, this is okay. This is okay. I'm not too concerned. Not too concerned at all. 15 seconds to get in. 200 meters, yeah, but we're okay. $130 meters. This is the time we should have been there, so we are a little late. But nothing too major. If I can get this train stopped in the next 20 seconds, we will be okay. I think I'm still braking a little bit too early. So maybe that is something I need to look into. Less than a meter off. I'm okay with that. Time accuracy, 29 seconds. I've managed to claw 1 second back. One thing I've just noticed is that I can put the power in without releasing the brake. So if I then release the brake, it should automatically give me the power. There we go. It's very interesting. But I'm not sure it actually does work. So there's something to bear in mind. 1 kilometer to the next stop. And then our terminus, Takahashi, which has the T on it. This is a very good interface. I mentioned this in the last video. This bit is a little bit blurry. That needs to be... oh no, seems to be okay. Just looks a little bit blurry from certain angles. So a few things that I said that I would think could do with improvement. One of the things is that maybe have a mode that I am not having to Because at the moment, everything has to be done with the controller, with my keyboard. And this does have full controller support, but everything has to be done with the keyboard, as opposed to being able to click anything with a mouse. So because of that, I cannot click on any of this, which I would probably like to be able to do. Maybe try. Oh, I'm very late for this one. I'm very, very late for this one. So that is one improvement. Passengers, yes, they need to be added. The graphics for the, what do you call it? The trees in the distance, that is something to also consider. I'm very late for this one. I'm not sure how I've done that. I'm not sure how I've done that at all. And I did not get that quite right. Oh, I'm going to lose points here. So, yes, there is that. What's that noise? When am I departing here? Very soon. Other improvements... It actually is really difficult to think of an improvement. To think of improvements to make. As I said, if I could somehow get... So this is just all my mouse movements, and there is no way for me to stop that. If there was a way for me to get out of that and then be able to click things, that would be nice. Actually, there is another improvement. To be able to start the train up. That would be really, really cool. So if I could start the train up, that would be a very, very cool thing to be able to do, I think. So get the train going from scratch, and we'll work from there effectively. Get this train down to 25. There we go. Is that not going to coast down to 25? There we go. Okay, we should have been there. We're a little bit off our time. Just a warning there. As we pull into the station. So yes, late to the final stop. But this is not too bad. Do I have that flashing? There it is. I was looking for the flashing yellow bits. Those buffers. Those might be buffers. I do not wish to hit the buffers. I'm going to slow this train down. I really do not wish to hit the buffers. There we are. Good. 82%. That is not ideal, but you know what? I guess I'll have to take it. That is the end of that mission. Ambient noise is nice. Moonlight. In fact, you can see the whole moon. So you've got some earth shine on it as well. That is fancy. This developer has clearly, and you can undoubtedly tell that they have put a monumental amount of effort into doing this, into building this. And I think that they know exactly what they are after. They know exactly what they want to make. And they are doing a good job. And this is what I mean about the lighting, by the way. If you look at those red lights in the distance, and even the tail lamps on the train, there is something about the glow about those lamps that just looks incredibly realistic, as do all of these. Whatever the colour grading or whatever there is in this particular sim, it has been done extremely well. It really has. Right, so let me go ahead and... there we go. Let's press enter. Shall we find out what we got? Please be an A. Please be an A. Probably going to be a B still. I still got a B. What was my final score? 82%. Oh, where did I mess up? Last two. If it was not for those last two, I think I would have had an A. So my punctuality, it is very, very, very strict when it comes to punctuality. My driving quality was better. Stopping accuracy. So I assume that would be just constantly changing the braking and acceleration rates. Or acceleration, deceleration rates. That would be what drops your driving quality down. Stopping accuracy, those two probably messed me up the most. That would have been then in the 80s. Punctuality, I doubt I could do anything better. At least I got 100% in safety. Right, well, tell you what, let's go have a look at another scenario. And as I mentioned in the last video, because it gives you these ratings, like any good Japanese title does, you would want to go back and try this again and again. Right, I'm going to pick, so that is that one. I want to do one in the snow, but I'm going to try and keep it fairly short. Should do this one, 19 minutes. Takahashi to Omishima. I think that could work. 19 minutes in the snow. So winter, snow. Oh yes, there is a wet surface bonus. Wait, so does that mean that would change it to rain? Okay, so it may be the same. And shall we use a 4-car? Let's use this one because this has a manual lap air brake. So that would be 3 of... I think there are four trains available right now. So this would be the third of the 4 trains. And in the next video, I can have a look at the 4th train. So I'm going to take this one, and it has a manual lap air brake. Now, what that means, I've just noticed a little bug there. That is not speed. Kilometers per hour, second, that maybe needs fixing. So the numbers are probably correct. It is just the unit that is incorrect. It needs to be kilometers per hour, kilometers per hour squared. That maybe should be in meters per second. That should probably be in meters per second as well. What does EB mean? Emergency brake. Right, yes. So, let's give this a go, shall we? In yellow. Why not? That will just look the part. Or should I blend in? Blend in or stand out? Let's stand out, shall we? So this is definitely an electric train with a pantograph as well. Yes, that one does not, unless the pantograph is somewhere further along. That might be the diesel. There's an exhaust. That is the diesel locomotive. Good. But for now, let's give this a go. Ooh. Immediate pause. We are going to begin by taking a screenshot, because that is probably for the better. What blurs this? That. Pressing F. The photo mode could be improved, but the fact that there even is a photo mode in this just shows the developer knew exactly what they were doing when they were making this sim. I wonder if those boards can be changed. The destination board. I'm going to take a look, actually. Are there any settings to controls? As I mentioned in the last video very briefly, rail controller support is a rail controller. Some rail controllers are supported, and also you've got gamepad. Personally, I do not think this needs a gamepad. A keyboard is absolutely fine, or a rail controller. What other controls do we have? The main camera, hide UI. No, that's it. Oh wait, extra menu, tab. What does this do? XY cam offset, something plus mouse axis. As in just move the mouse? Okay, I want to try that. XY cam offset. No, do not save anything. I just want to see if I can... Oh, I cannot pause. I cannot pause this unless I can pause it in this menu. So focus offset. Oh, I think I've understood that. So I can click and no. Nope. Is it? No. No. I thought that was maybe... I thought maybe I could do the focus by clicking and... It says click plus axis. What is that axis? Up and down? No. Oh, that does rotation and whatnot. I'm very curious as to how I'm able to change that out. Change out the focus. But for now, let's have a quick look at driving this train. So we should be ready to go. There go the doors. Let's make our way out of here. Similar horn. So are we going to have wheel spin? Yes. In fact, you can immediately hear the wheel spin, which means that I'm probably going to be missing a station very, very easily. Oh dear. So, brake early. Now this is a lapped brake, so that this is not... This looks very good. This is a lapped brake, so this is not... there are no notches. What you have to do is put the brake in to apply, get the desired brake pressure on the brake, on that brake gauge there, and then move it into lap to hold it in position. Right, I'm going to start braking from here because I have no idea what the braking performance on this train is going to be like. There we go. I have a good amount of braking here. Okay, no, the train does brake. The train does brake. It is fine. That is okay. So I'm going to be late for the next stop, Nogata. But we are okay. As long as I can get this train slowed down, that is the important part. Because if this train fails to slow down, that is where I'm going to be more concerned. No, it is slowing down. This is when we should have been there. We are already late. Shocking, right? Who would have thought I would end up late? Oh, it's... okay. The brakes really can be applied hard. I was not expecting that. I'm so very late. I'm so sorry, everybody. That was unexpected. That was very unexpected for this. Yeah, this is going to be really poor. This is going to be very, very poor. Oh dear. I am a little bit... I'm going to claim that I'm concerned about the snow and I'm driving extra carefully. Here we go. Notch 2 of power. Oh, bit of wheel spin again. Pick it up, pick it up. Do we have sanding? Is that an option that Japanese trains have? For traction? Maybe? I can only assume that when it comes to a point where I have to brake hard, this train is not going to slow down. This is just going to lock wheels. And that is going to be a problem. I'm just going to sail straight on by the station. So for that, I am going to try to be a little bit more careful. So now that I know this train does brake a little bit better, I'm going to start braking. Let's start braking now. Start slowing this train down, gently slowing the train down. Still slows down a lot faster than I thought it would. I am late. I'll keep the train slowing down as we come in towards the station. This is the speed I would want to enter the station at. Roughly this, 35. Now, does it give me guides onto where I'm going to be stopping? That is the other question. I'm so late. I'm going to be over a minute late. I'm going to get into so much trouble. Sure it does. Well, that was not bad. The time is poor. Everything else seems okay. Next one is going to be... Oh, is that the end of it? Didn't he say the end of it? If this was Kasugano? No, this is not the end of it. Yeah, Hayakawa, where am I going to? Takahashi? I have no idea. The wheel spin is very interesting. It does make it a lot harder. Now bringing up the cabin shake to 200% is somewhat helping. I think it gives it a little bit more realism, in my opinion. Those tracks will never be perfectly smooth. This is where I'm going to mess up. This is surely where I'm going to mess up. Because I've got to brake from nearly 50 miles an hour. Brake down from 50 miles per hour. Where should I start braking? I have no idea what this all means. Is that telling me to slow down to 65? Possibly. That was telling me to slow down to 65. Then it's telling me to slow down to 45. Okay. There we go. Slowing it down. Trying to slow it down as best as possible. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep slowing it down. I'm going to be speeding into this. Come on. You can do this. There we go. Okay. Lost 100 points just for a second. Oh, I feel like that one was a little bit unfair. I think I could have done a much better job. Oh no. I think I'm going to overshoot this. Oh no, no, we're okay. We're okay. I was concerned that was going to overshoot, but we seem to be all right. Perfect. 60 seconds though, so I am late. 72%. This is difficult. This is actually quite difficult. Departure in a couple of minutes, so we'll have a look outside with this. Oh, look at how realistic that looks. Let's pause that and take a picture with with the other train. Not through the gates, with the other train leaving. Again, not through the gates. Try and get a better angle. There we are. Even the signal or the point, the signage that is telling you which way the points are set. All the lighting. I think the biggest thing that gives this a graphical edge over any other train sim is the lighting. Let's have a look inside, shall we? What's it look like inside this? Oh, this is the same as the train that I was having a look at in the first one. Okay, that is fine. Even take a screen picture. Ooh, hello. That is going to be the next train that I drive. For now, I'm just going to finish off with this one. So let's get inside. So we have a few moments to go. Well, 2 or 3 minutes, and that will be the end of that. If we can get out on time. 72%. I think I'm probably going to get a C at this rate. Or because I did not get it down to the speed limit for a second. Just for a second. Oh, close the doors. Come on, you can close the doors. We are good to go. Wipers. That is something that I've noticed I've not needed in this at all yet. Maybe I'll need it with the rain. Are you going to close the doors? Where is the guard? I will just drive off. There we go. %, still poor. Right. Allow me to make my way through. Oh no, we still have a little bit to go. Hayakawa Komori. So plenty of time to mess things up still. So are there markings here telling me? Yes, look, 3, 4. There's the 4 car there, so I should accelerate through that. Lovely. So without me even having read up about this and how it all works, because it is so well detailed, I'm able to figure out exactly what all the signage means. And that is extremely well done. If I'm able to do that, that means that this has been made very, very well. Okay, note, do not mess this up. You are doing over 80 kilometers per hour, a kilometer to go. You should be there in 15 seconds, and never mind the time. Start braking. Start getting this train slowed down. This is slowing down in the tunnel quite well. Wheel slip. Interesting. Please slow down. Please grip. Please grip. Please grip. I'm going to hold those brakes, but I am concerned that I'm going to overshoot here. Okay, I've managed. I've not... That was concerning. So that was what I was curious to experience, going through the tunnel. So, no issues through the tunnel. But as soon as I got out of the tunnel, there was a struggle for the brakes. And I can see where I'm supposed to be stopping here, so... That is really cool as well, the 4-car stop coming up right here. There we are. 28 centimeters. I'm getting better at where I'm supposed to stop. It is just a matter of I'm terrible with punctuality. Oh, next stop, Komori. Off we trot. And then Mishima. Oh, bit of wheel slip. Right, what does that tab do? Oh, hello. Livery, switch carrying model. Wait, what is all of this? Destination board. How do I change? Cool. I'm going to have to explore that. That was the tab key, by the way. %. I'm still for only my third journey in. This is not bad. Surely. And I've been thrown into the snow. Photo opportunity right there. There's potential. What will this sound like? Oh, it's such a realistic sound. This is such a realistic sound on this bridge. Just trying to see if there is an opportunity to take a picture on the bridge. There is. Right here. There we go. That is a bridge opportunity right there. And we'll go ahead and take a screenshot. Excellent. Go back inside because I am going to have to be wary of speeds. This could be worse. So the other one I managed, this one I may not. 1.8. I'm concerned. So 95 coming up. There we are, slowed it down. 1.4. .3. Okay. Should I brake early? I think I should. Onto the brakes now. There we go. Get this train slowing down. It's at 50. Keep slowing, come on. Uh-oh. This is bad. Yes, this is bad now. Come on. Keep braking. Okay, no, we're okay. We might just be okay. Keep on the brakes. I've managed it. I'm over a minute late, but I've managed it. .26 centimeters. 74%. I'm just about surviving. Just about. I think my punctuality is the one that is really hurting me here. One more to go. One more stop. Okay, so a little bit into playing this title, what do I think? I think this is a brilliant train sim for a single person to have done all of this. Granted, over 3 years, but for a single person to have done all of this and have it working the way it does. Now, I'm noticing a bit of popping now in the distance. That could do with a little bit of work, but in early access for a single person, this sort of work, even though, as I said, there are no passengers. Despite the fact that there are no passengers, this still feels alive. Yes, this still feels like a proper, well-designed train sim. And start braking. Come on, start getting this train slowed down. We know what happened last time. Let me not mess up this time. Okay, it is slowing down. We're still a little bit fast, but it is definitely slowing down. Not the worst, not the worst. More, come on, we need to slow this down more. There we go. At this point, I might have actually got this a little bit better. Oh, I'm going to overshoot. Ah, messed up right at the end. Blast. 71% messed up right at the end. Well, I mean, it is tough. It is certainly a tough train sim. But it is also extremely, extremely good. Just looking at the detailing here. Things that you would not notice. So yes, a bit of tessellation could be improved there. The billboards and the posters in the station could do with a little bit of work, but everything on the inside of the train looks great. This all works really well. It would be nice if I could, as I said, start the train from completely switched off. That would be an interesting thing. My punctuality was appalling there. That would definitely be an interesting thing to do. Apart from that, I have very little in the way of complaints here. And with that, I'm going to end this video. So, thank you very much for watching. Please remember to click on the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on running train, which is going to be quite interesting. I think that in the next video, I will probably look for... There was an express service I saw. There it is. I might look at these express services, which take about half an hour. And I am assuming this is going to be the diesel train, because all the rest of them appear to be electric. It does not tell me, though, what the train is going to be. So I'll probably do that. Maybe night or day. Little bit of rain, possibly. Things to think about, things to have a look at with this. But just looking at this, I know I need to go back onto these and try and be better. Try and do a better job. It really is one of those titles. And despite the fact that it has very limited distance that you can travel in the way of routes, for now, at least for a little while, I think this will be great. The expansions will be needed as it goes through early access to get the rest of the railway done, but also I think longer distance routes will really make this stand out. If there could be a 200-kilometer route, for example, that you go down, that would make this, I think, stand out a lot more than it currently does. Those sorts of things could be improvements. But first off, get whatever still needs to be polished and improved, though there is very little. Interface is great, sounds are great, physics feel pretty good. I'm not going to say the absolute best, but pretty good. Graphics are incredible. Optimization is pretty decent. Add passengers, allow the trains to be started. A map would be very useful, something you can study and learn and figure out. This is where the speed limits are, this is where the stops are. Then you can put it into hard mode and you just know what you're doing. That would also be very, very useful. But for now, I'm going to end this video. So thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. I highly recommend this sim. I do recommend you go pick it up on early access. It is rather cheap, and for the price that it is well worth the money. If you wish to do so, you can check out my Patreon, Discord, and social media. Links in the description box below. But apart from that, that is all from me. And I shall see you next time in Hashiresha, running train. And we will go find a diesel locomotive to drive. I'll see you then.